Welcome to the channel, everyone. My name is Nick. For those that are new to the channel, hopefully by the end of this video, you do become a subscriber. So recently in my video from midnight, I did talk a little bit about the overall market, kind of giving you guys my overall opinion on what's happening right now within crypto and if this bull run is canceled or not. If you guys didn't watch that video, I highly suggest everyone does go check it out. But yes, I am still very bullish on crypto for this year and even going forward. But right now, I am seeing some nice price action on XRP. Now, granted, I am recording this a little bit earlier in the day, prior to the stock market open, but I do think that right now the big focus is kind of zooming out just slightly. I'm looking at XRP on the 3-day here, and as we really kind of look at this, it does look a little bit like a head and shoulders pattern here. But for the most part, we are still maintaining nice support right around $2.07. There's obviously, a big resistance area up around $2.74 that we've failed to break out of multiple times. I mean, listen, we're on the 3-day here, and you guys can clearly see multiple candles here trading right against that resistance, even going back prior to the move to roughly like $3.40. We were trying to hit it back in like the middle of December, and we could not break out of that resistance zone. So again, right now, the big focus is we just range here for a little bit of time. We build a floor, and hopefully Bitcoin doesn't puke. That's basically the overall insight here. Now, a few individuals from the space, and I'm just going to mention one in this video actually, have been calling for a little bit potential, lower price action on XRP. And I gotta give Credible Crypto some spotlight here because, again, this is somebody that I just feel like is always working in this space. Credible Crypto is a good friend of mine. Knew him back in like 2017, 2018 as well. And I have witnessed him go from practically nobody in the space to being one of the most accurate TAs in the space. So I have to give him, some respect. And he did talk a little bit about XRP on X. Now, just for reference, right? He is talking about XRP going significantly higher this cycle and Bitcoin going significantly higher this cycle as well. He's kind of giving us a lower time frame trading setup for XRP here. And he's saying pull back from range highs, upside target back down to prior flipped resistance, which should now act as support. Holding this level here would be incredibly bullish. Lose it, and we will almost certainly see sub $2 XRP again, which would make for an epic buy opportunity. Win-win either way if you are just patient and play this correctly. Number one, do nothing as long as we hold here. Ride spot bags to higher highs, which again, I think everyone out there that does not have trading experience, that's not a veteran in the space, this is exactly what you should do. Or number two, if we lose this level, look for potential long ops and spot buys below $2 starting at about $1.80. Key is to have a plan for either outcome so you literally can't lose. Now, I completely agree with him here. If we really look at the overall chart here for XRP that he is sharing, it's pretty clear, right? We do have a lot of prior resistance that we're kind of dipping down into, which is acting as support. Now, he's actually sharing the XRP Ethereum chart here, which I do find very interesting, but it is something to really kind of watch for, especially on some of these other charts like the XRP Bitcoin pair, because they do provide us a little bit of a, further insight on how weak XRP actually is compared to the rest of the market. Now, here we do have XRP trading around roughly prior resistance, building out a floor. Even if we look at XRP right now, on this chart, we are on major support. Is there a lot of resistance here? Well, we kind of have to zoom out, like for an example, on the 1 week and see if there is any resistance. And technically, no, not on the USD chart, which is why I do believe that he's using the Ethereum chart because there's just more price data to kind of go off of. And, that's also a chart that will show us, a potential breakout before this USD chart actually does, have it on the chart essentially. Because again, the USD chart gets front run by like the Ethereum pair and even the Bitcoin pair. They do move, very close to one another, but you could kind of see the front run happen on these other charts. But on top of that, If we do lose this level on the Ethereum pair, it would ultimately be a loss of the support zone as well on the USD pair, which would signal, a significant low incoming on XRP. Ultimately, I'm really focused on just losing these previous wicks. If we lose this previous low that we wick down to, we will quickly retarget that low from roughly February 3rd, which would be around roughly $1.80. That's where we really kind of look for any major impulsive move on XRP. But let's actually talk about why I believe that XRP is extremely bullish and why I'm actually extremely bullish on XRP for the rest of the cycle. Because again, I do think that this is going to be a very incredible cycle for altcoin holders. So far, it really hasn't been that exciting outside of just a select few, XRP obviously included, because XRP has had a tremendous run already. But let's actually dive on in to a few things. Number one, transactions. So we have here from Scott Melker, XRP transactions skyrocket as activity hits $5 billion in 24 hours. XRP transfers topped 5 billion in a single day, with wallet activity surging over 600%. Big money is moving, something is brewing with XRP. Now, again, when we really think about what's going on with XRP and with Ripple, there's been a lot of growth happening around the two. Ripple as a company, and even XRP and the XRPL, as just a digital asset and ledger in this space. I mean, the network activity on the XRP ledger has been surging since roughly the beginning of November, and to a lot of people, it's actually shocking. But for those that actually have been following XRP for years, we knew that it was inevitable. And it's so funny seeing posts like this, because when we look at like the underlying comments, number one, we have from Money GCC. And this is funny because you can tell who's like a Bitcoin maxi or who's not. You might want to get off this train if they're paying you to be a KOL. It will end badly. Just for reference, I actually do get a lot of questions on this channel if like Ripple pays me. I want you guys to understand that there's nobody behind XRP. Like, Ripple is not the ones that control XRP, and Ripple is not paying anyone to, go out and talk about XRP. And just for reference, to answer anyone's question, I don't get paid at all to talk about any project on this channel. In fact, no video on this channel is sponsored by any company, any crypto project, at all. I'm not incentivized to talk about anything. So it's just kind of funny how a lot of people think that there's like KOLs around XRP. There isn't. It's just the fact that the growth is so significant that it's hard not to talk about it. But also on top of that, right, XRP ETFs, guys, there is a massive list of XRP ETF filings now. We actually have a post here where we have 16 ETF filings, and we could see the complete breakdown. Bitwise, Grayscale, 21 Shares, Canary Capital, Wisdom Tree, CoinShares, Invesco, VanEck, Fidelity, ARK Invest, Galaxy Digital, ProShares, Hashdex, Volatility Shares. They actually have 3 of them. They have the one for just the XRP ETF, the 2x XRP ETF, and then the 1x XRP ETF. Now, this actually got fully announced by Bank XRP. We have 3 XRP ETFs filed by Volatility Shares. The filings add to the growing list of firms seeking to launch XRP-focused ETFs in the US. And it's just kind of wild to see 16 ETF filings for XRP. I mean, think about if all of these got a green light tomorrow. We talk about how big like ETFs actually are. 16 going live for XRP would bring in a massive amount of volume and, price action for XRP. I mean, just the volume alone, I would assume would be in the billions of dollars. And a lot of people keep saying like, oh, well, it didn't really work out for Ethereum. And although, yeah, that's, true, like it really didn't work out for Ethereum all that much. I think a lot of people just kind of avoided Ethereum because of, number one, the price action has been terrible on Ethereum. We know that, Bitcoin has, outperformed it so far this cycle. I think that when it comes to Ethereum, there hasn't really been a lot of demand for Ethereum at all this cycle. I mean, we know that Ethereum, when we think about the phases of alt season, technically Ethereum actually does lead altcoins. So far this cycle, it feels like it's been XRP leading the altcoin market, which is kind of crazy. So I feel like the demand would be very, very big for XRP if these ETFs did get the green light. And I also think that it would outperform Ethereum significantly as well, which could technically start the new phase of the cycle, which would be an XRP phase. And that's where people talk about the flippening of XRP flipping, well, Ethereum. And also the chance of a Ripple ETF. I don't know why Polymarket has it labeled as such, but it's an XRP ETF approval in 2025 this year. It's actually up to about 75%. And, a lot of people have been betting big on this. We know that back in like roughly the middle of January, this was up to like over 80+%. I think it was like 85 if we go back there. So yeah, it was like 84, 86%. Um, I think that XRP ETF is inevitable. I think that it's going to be happening this year. With all of the talks about the potential, lawsuit being completely dismissed, and how much adoption around crypto and how much talk about crypto in the US is happening right now, I just feel like it makes a lot of sense for an XRP ETF to be approved. And I do think that all 16 of these, which is just crazy to me, would be approved as well all at once. Now, on top of that, remember what Monica Long did say. This got reposted by Subjective Views. And we have Monica Long wasn't kidding around when she said XRP ETFs are coming. So far, we have filings from Bitwise, Canary, 21 Shares, and all of these big players that were acknowledged by the SEC. I mean, there's roughly right now, I think like 6 that were acknowledged. Other entities have been filing, but not yet acknowledged, which includes Total Capital Management, Rex Shares, and Osprey Funds, Pro Shares. So there's actually more, if we think about it, than the ones labeled here. I think that we're actually up to almost 20 ETF filings, which is just wild.
A lot of questions around whether you could see an ETF tied to spot XRP. What kind of discussions are you having with people about this? Do you think we'll see one soon?
I think we will see one very soon. I think that we will see more, various crypto spot ETFs this year coming out of the U.S. And I think XRP is likely to be next in line after Bitcoin and ETH. There's already been a number of different companies like Canary and others who have filed. And so we think, especially with the administration change, and that the approvals of those filings will accelerate.
So yeah, I mean, I do think that we are starting to see a big rush to have an XRP ETF filed and fully traded live. I think that that's why we have so many filings right now, is because they want to be the first. And why wouldn't they want to be the first when we see so much news happening around, the XRP community? We see a lot of moves being made around the technical side to really kind of make the XRP ledger extremely efficient. We also see the adoption of the XRP ledger happening as well in real time. And not to mention, of course, it doesn't, like when we think about Ripple, I get that Ripple is not XRP and XRP is not Ripple, but it doesn't hurt to see Ripple at the White House and Ripple being represented like everywhere at this current moment in the US. It just kind of feels like there's a growing demand for, Ripple to be extremely successful in the US, but also XRP, which is why I do think that all of these big players are rushing out to get an XRP ETF fully traded live, greenlit, and I think it's going to be huge. Not to mention the fact that there could potentially be a crypto stockpile where XRP is included, because we know that XRP was included in that. The question still remains, how are they going to get a stockpile of XRP? Are they going to dismiss the case, or say, hey, if we're going to dismiss the case, you guys still have to pay this fine, and we'll just take that XRP and throw it into a stockpile? Or, there is at this current moment in time, a fine of like 125 million that Ripple technically has to pay. Could they just pay it in XRP and that XRP goes in the stockpile? It's definitely possible. Or, it's a very simple, hey, we're going to buy up a decent amount of XRP and that's going to go into the stockpile. That's also possible. It makes a lot of sense. But that's going to be a huge headline if it does happen, right? We got to be very focused on that, because again, it did get approved technically. I mean, that stockpile will be a game changer, not just for XRP though, ADA, Solana as well. So I am definitely waiting to see any more news on that as well. I think that this week is going to be pretty big for crypto news, so we'll definitely keep a close eye on things. and I'll keep you guys posted. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys definitely leave a like, subscribe, set notifications on because more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. And with that being said, guys, it's been Nick. Thanks for watching. Peace out.